Welcome back to Elder Wolf MTG, everyone. Glad you're with us. We have a 45 pack episode today. I have been playing quite a bit of my dailies, and as you can see, I have quite a bit of packs here that we need to open. Have not had many minutes or chances to play recordings. Just life for me is just always busy, and just haven't had that time to find the quiet time to record. But I will be able to open these packs, and we can talk about the rares, talk about them from the context of being in a sealed or a draft, and see if you would take them like a pack one, pick one in a draft, or how you should think about it when you open it. So we got a lot of packs to do, so let's go ahead and jump in. I have played a little bit of Dragonstorm, some in person, which has been a lot of fun. Let's take a look. Stillness in Motion, 2 mana enchantment, and at the beginning of your upkeep, mill 3 cards. And if your library has no cards in it, exile this enchantment and put 5 cards from your graveyard on top of your library in any order. This is more constructed. I mean, you obviously any card you can make work in limited, but this one you would need to have some serious soul tie, which is the green, black, blue with graveyard mechanics. So in that sense, it could be good, but definitely not a pack one, pick one at all. This is more constructed to do some things with milling yourself and then putting the top 5 cards that you have back on top of your library in any order. So yeah, definitely not that one. Let's see, Ruinous Ultimatum. This is a fun one. This is a 7 mana, if I can count right. Yeah, 7 mana. Mardu colors, red, white, black. Destroy all non-land permanents your opponents control. Incredible in Commander or Brawl. In terms of limited, I mean, it can be amazing, obviously, but if you're doing this, you are absolutely straight up Mardu. Would you pick it pack one, pick one? I mean, maybe if you wanted to have some fun, but that would be pretty risky, just considering that you may not get any Mardu cards. So if you're in Mardu and you get this in pack 2 or pack 3, you're going to be just jumping for joy. And you cast it, you're probably going to win the game. But yeah, pack one, pick one, that's a tough one. Very tough to pick that one unless you're just going to force it. And that's a whole different story. Let's see, next pack here, Sorak. We've seen this, saw this in my sealed pool and the one sealed that I did. Yeah, this one is a 3 mana 4/3 good, 3 mana 4/3 trample that can't be countered. Very important, especially with the exhale for blue that counters, which is quite frequent. But whenever a creature you control or a creature spell you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you draw a card. So yeah, solid effect, really good. Would be very tempted to pack one, pick one this. I think it's a really, really solid card for what you get out of it. Wouldn't fault you for taking something different there if you want to go like removal and pack one, pick one, but still very good card. Stadium Headliner, 1 mana 1/1 with Mobilize 1. Remember, Mobilize is the mechanic when that this creature attacks. You create a tapped and attacking 1/1 creature token for each like Mobilize number. So in this case, just 1, but it could be if you had Mobilize 3, it would be 3 1/1s. And then for 2 mana at instant speed, you can sacrifice Headliner, and it deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control. Straight up Mardu card, Boros aggro Mardu card. Yeah, for aggro purposes, you can't beat this one. You want this in your deck. So you see this, say, hey, we're just going to make an aggro deck. Let's go. So you can pick it up, pack one, pick one, and go for it. Okay, let's see here. The Temur Battlecrier, Temur being the green, blue, red colors, 3 mana 4/3, and during your turn, spells you cast cost 1 colorless less to cast for each creature you control, power 4 greater. It's tailor-made for Temur. Again, this set has a lot of mana fixing. This is really important to note. This set does have a lot of mana fixing. So when you get these 3 color rares out of the gate, it's not bad to pick them. And so even with that ultimatum that we talked about earlier, that's really hard Mardu colors, where like when you just get colors like this, you could splash one of the colors. Like if you were Jeskai, which is blue, red, white, and then you got this card, you could be tempted to splash the green, and it wouldn't be that difficult to do. So in that case, this one is a much easier first pick than the Ultimatum was, because the Ultimatum was such hard double and triple Mardu colors, where this one, it's easier to say I'm not wholly locked in because the fixing in this set is really, really good. So I would pick this pack one, pick one, and I really like the teamer style as well, but I think that is definitely worthy of a first pick, because it comes in really, really handy later, especially for Harmonized. That's really what you want for that last one. Okay, we'll take a wild card. No big deal. You can see that even though I haven't played a lot, I don't get a lot of firsts because I've been doing a lot of jump-ins where I've been getting a lot of the Dragonstorm pairing decks that has gotten a lot of the commons and uncommons out of the way. So that's where, even though I haven't played a lot on Arena in terms of getting new cards, I've gotten several cards as well going forward. So Ameline Stormshell, 5 mana, 5/9, Ward 2, already great stat lines. And whenever this creature attacks, you put 3 stun counters on it and you draw 3 cards. And whenever you cast a turtle spell, untap this creature. So basically, you can think of this most likely as a 5 mana, 5/9, Ward 2 blocker, and then when you want to draw 3, you attack. It may or may not die. Either way, it kind of is removed from the game for a bit, so it's still super solid. I don't know how many turtles are in this set, so I don't think you can really build around that super easily, but I mean, it's a great body. If you ever need to draw 3 cards, you just attack with it. If it had Vigilance, yeah, then even better, but that'd be kind of hard to pull off probably in most cases. So I like this one. I really like Marshal of the Lost in Mardu, 4 mana, 3/3 Death Touch, and whenever you attack, target creature gets XX into an indeterminate X number of attacking creatures. This is tailor-made for Mardu. Really, 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 and this one doesn't have to attack, right? Just any creature you use to attack, this effect goes off. So I really like Marshal of the Lost quite a bit. I could see even taking this one over this one potentially, but this is a fun one. I wouldn't fault anyone for taking that pack one, pick one. All right, and a wild card. We will take the wild cards all day long. Let's see. Revival of the Ancestors. I played with this in-person Magic. Create 3 1/1s, White Spirit creature tokens, and you just then step 2 of the saga, distribute 3 1/1 counters among any 1, 2, 3 creatures you control, and then the final one, creatures you control gain trample and lifelink into end the turn. It's just super solid. 3 bodies for 3. Then you get to basically buff them or others that you have on the board, and then you get trample and lifelink. Super good value. Definitely would. I like Absent colors as well. I would definitely pick this one up. Pack one, pick one. All right, let's keep going here. New way forward. Jeskai colors, 5 mana instant spell. The next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. So basically, you want to cast this on your opponent's turn because of that one line right there, right? And then when damage is prevented this way, this spell deals that much damage to that source's controller, and you draw that many cards. So this is a great turnaround. Like if you had an opponent that had, I don't know, let's say they had like an 8 power creature, then there you like say yes, you don't block it, and then right before damage is dealt, you cast this and select that one. Then you prevent the 8 damage, deal 8 damage to them, and you draw 8 cards. So huge turnaround. It would be very difficult to play around this card. If you're playing a Jeskai opponent, you might need to be aware of it, that it's in the set. But it's really difficult to play around a card such as this. For 5 mana, this is actually really good. Obviously, it's in Jeskai colors, but I would be very tempted to think about this if you were in Jeskai or Mardu, because you could splash the blue if you're in Mardu. Yeah, that's a pretty powerful effect. I really like that one. And Mammoth Bellow for Teamer is just amazing. 2 5/5 tokens, basically, when you use the Harmonize. Really, really powerful. You can use the token that you create to cast the Harmonize ability the next turn for 3. Super good one as well for an uncommon. Yeah, some of these rares and mythics I have not seen yet. So Roar of Endless Song, this one is really amazing, and then if you play against it, it feels like it's just cheating. This one creates 2/5/5 tokens, and then the third phase, it's double the power and toughness of each creature you control at the end of turn. If you have any way to give trample on your board state, this is just ridiculous. But yeah, this is a pack one, pick one for sure. Pick the sucker up. This is so ridiculous once you get it out. It's just really difficult to come back from that. Looks like we got a mythic. Stormscale Scion, 6 mana, 4/4 flying dragon, and then other dragons. It's a dragon lord, and then it has storm. So when you cast this spell, copy it for each spell cast before it this turn. This probably wants to live in Jeskai or Mardu, because in the perfect world, right, you would copy this at least once. So you'd have like a 1 or a 2 mana spell that you cast, and before it resolves, you cast this after it. Yeah, yeah, that's the true value. It's still a 6 mana 4/4 lord flying, so that in and of itself is okay. But yeah, the potential of this, especially in like a Jeskai deck, is amazing. So yeah, it's definitely worthy of a pack one, pick one for sure. I just saw at a glance another turtle in that pack. I got to keep that in mind for that one turtle that we opened. Table, Arbiter of Virtue. This is the Sultai Dragon, 5 mana dragon for 6/6 flying lifelink, which is crazy. And then spells you cast have Delve. And then whenever you cast a spell, you lose life equal to its mana value. So if you're low on life, you need to get a hit off from Taval for 6 life probably. But Delve means that you can exile a card from your graveyard when casting the spell for 1. With Sultai, you're probably going to have a fuller graveyard than most. So that's where the value of this comes in. Yeah, super good. It helps you basically ramp spells out. And yeah, it's you need Taval to basically survive it because of the 6 power lifelink. But yeah, it's definitely worthy of a pack one, pick one for sure. And Sultai's a great set, or a great clan to be in. Let's see, the Sibsig Ceremony, 3 mana legendary enchantment, and creature spells you cost 2 colorless less to cast. And whenever a creature you control enters, if you cast it, destroy it and create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. So this basically just wants you to flood out with 2/2s, is what it is. That's an interesting, I feel like that's more constructed. You can do it in limited, but that, because remember, it's whenever a creature you control enters, if you cast it, you destroy it and it creates a 2/2 black zombie. So yeah, not great for limited. That's more constructed fodder right there. All right, let's keep going. Death begets life. The 8 mana Sultai sorcery. Destroy all creatures and enchantments and draw a card for each permanent destroyed this way. So, I mean, if you get there, you probably will win the game because you destroy everything and you refill your hand, most likely. 8 mana is very expensive. That's for sure, but I would still probably be tempted to pick this pack one, pick one, because if you get to 8, and this isn't the fastest set in the world typically, obviously there are some fast Bardu decks out there, but yeah, it's a really good card. It probably will win you the game if you get there. It's hard for me to pick an 8 mana pack one, pick one. You would definitely want to get some ramp to get here faster potentially, but yeah, it's a good one. You just have to understand that 8 mana in limited is difficult to get to without some focus on it. Let's see, the Rot Curse Rakshasa. This is the 2 mana 5/5 demon with trample that has decayed, and a creature with decayed can't block, and when it attacks you sacrifice it. So you can keep it as a blocker, as a 2/2 for 2 mana as a 5/5 blocker, which is great. And the renewability is amazing because for X plus 2 swamps, exile this card, put a decayed counter on each target creatures. So in a way, what you can do is you can basically make all of your opponent's creatures, if you have enough mana, to where they can't block. So very good card and very good demon enabler for constructed as well. But in limited, this one has less use. It's still good, don't get me wrong. I just don't know if I would pick it first. You could do definitely with... I mean, I would pick it first. Let's just put it that way. I just don't think it's maybe as good as it seems off the gate. But there are situations where this is going to be incredible. I've seen this in constructed with the demon decks as a demon for the Unholy Annex, just as a cheap way to get a good demon blocker, which is incredible. And then you can exile to put decay count on target creature. So it's really good in that. And I say it's solid for limited. I'll leave it that way. All right, let's see what's next. Taigam, Master Opportunist, a 2-mana 2/2 with Flurry, which Flurry is whenever you cast your second spell, then you copy it in this case, then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters. If it doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend, and Suspend is at the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter, and when the last is removed, you may play it without paying its mana cost. So when you cast your second spell each turn, copy that spell and then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters on it. So it basically keeps coming back. Yeah, for Jeskai, you want something like this. You want the cheap spells to keep coming back over and over again. Yeah, it would be fun one to play with for Jeskai or Sultai as well, but I'm probably more for Jeskai. Get some interesting mythics here for sure. Sage of the Skies. This is super solid. Definitely pick this up. 3-mana 2/3. When you cast a spell, if you cast another spell this turn, you copy it. It makes 2/2/3 flying lifelingers. It's just solid. Really good card. I love this card a lot. I think it's definitely worth it. Pack one, pick one. It's just real straightforward, basic, but super, super good. Lacid Prowler, a Snake Ranger. 4-mana 5/5. Great stats already. And when it enters, you may mill cards equal to the number of lands you control. That could get out of control. But then renew this card, which means it's in your graveyard. You exile it for 2 mana. Put X 1/1 counters on target creature where X is the number of land cards in your graveyard. Yeah, it's good. Definitely wants to be in the Sultai deck for sure. That's where it wants to live. But a 4-mana 5/5 is great. And if you want to fill up your graveyard for Sultai, this is the card you want. So if you're going to go Sultai, definitely get this. But it's hard green, so be aware of that. It would be Sultai colors or Teamer, basically. But yeah, I could see picking it first. Haven't played any Sultai decks personally, though. All the plans are good. This one is really good. This is an instant pack one, pick one. 3-mana 2/2, and at the beginning of your instant, put a counter on this creature, so it becomes a 3/3. And then whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. This works also with Mobilize, even though green is not a Mobilize element. If you had this, then it makes your Mobilize just even better. But anyway, it's good in and of itself. I would pick this instantly. Such a good card. You got to get it off or you're probably going to lose. Let's see. Songcrafter Mage. The Teamer 3-mana 3/2 flash. And when it enters, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains Harmonize until end of turn. Its Harmonize cost is equal to its mana. So yeah, you can push this in and maybe recast something with, usually you want to do it at an instant speed. But obviously with sorcery, you can do it as well on your turn. Solid. Pack one, pick one. Not as confident. I would still probably go with Marshal of the Lost over this one. Pack one, pick, or I might even do Kintree Severance as well. But this is a solid card. If you're already on Teamer, you want something with a lot of Harmonize. Definitely want, but that's the thing. You need Harmonize cards to make this worthwhile. Otherwise, it's just a 3-mana 3/2 flash with hard color requirements. So you really want to be in Teamer first. Well, just got some kind of achievement. Draco Genesis, the 8-mana enchantment, and you can cast dragon spells without paying their mana cost. Super fun effect. I don't know if I'd pick this first. It's just 8 mana. It's so difficult. I just want to make sure to remind y'all, 8 mana in limited is really, really hard to get to. If you get to it and you have an effect like this and you have a lot of dragons, it's amazing, but it's just hard. This is usually more constructed. I have seen this played and constructed already, but in limited, this is so difficult unless you have a lot of ramp and probably, I would say, 5+ dragons to make it even worth your while. But even then, it's questionable. I mean, obviously, super great effect if you're in the right deck, but this wants to be in constructed more than limited. So I would probably pass unless there's just nothing else and you want to take the rare for your collection. Baitor, Kin to All, the Abzan Dragon, 5 mana, 5/7 flyer, already great stats. And at the beginning of your end step, if creatures you control have total toughness 10 or greater, you draw a card. So you just need another 3 toughness other than Baitor to have that effect. And then if creatures you control have total toughness 20 or greater, you untap. So basically you have a pseudo vigilance. And then if it's 40 or greater, basically you're going to start winning the game. Each opponent loses half their life rounded up. Hard to get to that point. That's more for Commander or Brawl. The first 2 effects could hit, you know, definitely the draw card effect is great. So yeah, I would pick this pack 1 pick 1 for sure, just to get the text down to the toughness 10 and stop there. It's a great card. 20, that's even better. You're probably never going to hit 40 unlimited, but you could. And if you do, you're probably already winning the game, but that one's more for Commander. So yeah, this would be a good Brawl Commander to build around. Yeah, fun card. I would definitely pick it. All right, let's keep going. Naga Flesh Crafter, a 4 mana snake shape shifter. You can have it enter as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, not just yours. And then for renew, you can exile it, put a 1/1 counter on a target non-legendary creature you control, and each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature. Very powerful effect in the right deck. It's a fun effect, and you can copy a bomb of your opponent. You can, yeah, it's fun. Pack 1, pick 1. Yeah, probably, unless there's something that you really, really like. That you want to go that's more consistent, but yeah, it's a good card. I wouldn't say great. Obviously, every card in certain circumstances could be great, but consistency is really key. Not sure about that one. Frostcliff Siege. This is one of the enchantments. So when it enters, you either choose Jeskai or Teamer effect. And so Jeskai is whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. And then Teamer is creatures you control get +1 attack and have trample and haste. Very good card. I like these effects a lot. I would definitely pick it. Pack 1, pick 1. Having 1 or 2 of these type of enchantments just really makes your board state that much better in this set. Let's keep going here. The Yathan Road Watcher. I like this card quite a bit. It's a 4 mana 3/3, which is meh, but when it enters, you mill 4, and then you can return a target creature card with mana value. So it's creature only, but mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So it's basically 4 mana, almost always for a 3/3 plus something else that could even be really valuable. I like this one quite a bit. It forces you into Abzan for the most part, or Sultai, but because you could splash the white for Sultai. But this is a good one. I really like this one. I probably would pick it up. Good value card. The Kori Steelcutter. This is really good, and specifically in the Jeskai deck. 2 mana. Equipment, and then equipped creature has +1/+1 trample haste, and when you cast your second spell, you create a 1/1 white monk with prowess and attach this equipment to it. So good. It is constructed all over the place, but this is a aggro lover's dream. So yes, if you like aggro, pick this one up. Pack 1, pick 1. It is ridiculously good, for sure. Actually, that's not a turtle. That's a human. It just has the turtle as its, I guess, market stall, which is weird. So never mind. That's the one I saw on my eye earlier. It's not a turtle. It's actually a human citizen. All right, let's keep on going. Okay, this is one of the other enchantments, the Windcrag Siege. This one is Jeskai or Mardu. So the Mardu ability, if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, it triggers again, and the Jeskai is at the beginning of your upkeep, you create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. Then for that turn only, it gains lifelink and haste. Both great. Yeah, I love these enchantments. I would definitely pick up one of these enchantments if it's pack 1, pick 1. I think all of them are really good. I would definitely pick those up if I could. Smile at Death, and this is the 5 mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, return up to 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield and put a 1/1 counter on each of those creatures. Very good value card, and obviously you need several creatures with power 2 or less, and it just keeps on happening, which is crazy. I love this card. Probably wants to live in Mardu with a lot of the smaller mobilized 1 creatures with power one or two, but super good card. I like that one a lot. I would definitely pick it up. This is Alchemy Tarkir, so there's going to be some crazy rares and uncommons in Alchemy, so this is not going to be really for limited, but we can talk about them. Dragon, Weave, Tapestry, 4 mana artifact, and when it enters, conjure from this particular Tapestry Steelbook into your library twice, then shuffle, and whenever you cast a dragon or omen spell, you draw a card. It's really, really powerful. So you get all of these are in the spells. Yeah, these are all the Storm Broods. Okay, it just crafts the Storm Broods. All very good. Interesting. Yeah, and also note for Alchemy, if you play Brawl, which is Arena's form of Commander, all Alchemy spells are legal in Brawl. So that's where I would probably be using these because I don't play Alchemy that much, or actually really ever, except if I have a quest or something like that that requires it. That's just me though. Call the Crash, an Abzan 6-mana sorcery, suspend 2 for 4. So suspend 2 is rather than cast it from your hand for 6, you can pay 4 and exile it with 2 time counters on it. And at the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter. And when it lasts removed, you can cast it without paying its mana cost. So basically, you can let your opponent know it's coming. But you conjure 2 cards named Siege Rhino onto the battlefield. And when it enters, basically, they're going to lose 6, you gain 6. Yeah, that's fun. Fun card, for sure. All right, last Tarkir Alchemy, and we got some random cards from other sets. Another Call the Crash. What are the odds? Okay, maybe that should be building some kind of like commander from that dragon, the 5/7 dragon, and go Abzan. I'm sorry, not Mardu, Abzan. Okay, Aether Drift. I enjoyed Aether Drift. That was a solid set. The Thopter Fabricator is very good. 3 mana 4/4 flyer, and when you draw your second card each turn, you create a 1/1 token that flies. And yeah, I mean, just super good value. You don't have to crew it to do anything to get the effect. I would pick this up in a heartbeat. Okie doke. Let's see. The Web Strike Elite, the 2 mana 3/3 reach. When you cycle it, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment mana value X. This is just a good option card. I really like this one a lot. It is hard green. That's my only hesitancy of picking it up pack 1, pick 1. But in Aether Drift specifically, the green was the best by far, so I probably would definitely pick that up to put you in green. It just had so many good powerful cards in green in Aether Drift, especially in the limited. Okay, we'll take a rare. Atchik, the Emerald Radiant. This is the 6 mana 3/3. When it enters, you create a 1/1 green insect token for each artifact and or creature card in your graveyard. And whenever another insect you control dies, you put a 1/1 counter on Atchik, and each opponent loses life. Yeah, super good value card. I like this one quite a bit. You can build around it. I think I would definitely pick that one. But Thundering Brood Dragon, wow, that's my first one. This is a super good uncommon in Aether Drift for sure. But obviously puts you hard into Golgari, which is the green-black. And all right, Mythic Wild card. We will take that. All right, let's go to the Foundations. Got a few packs here. Kellen, solid. Pack 1, pick 1. Yeah, I would. It's a 1-drop that can become a 3/2 double striker. So I think that's good, and you get some value out of its second or its first ability for 2 mana at the right time. So always a good value card. I mean, it's not like you busted where you're going to lose the game if you can't get rid of it, but it's just a good value 1-drop. I would definitely play it. Let's see another card here. Doubling Season. All right. Well, 5 mana. Enchantment. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. And if it put 1 or more tokens or counters on permanent you control, it puts twice those counters. So it's the doubler of tokens and counters. Super amazing card. Would definitely pick that up almost in anything, even in pack 1, pick 1. If there's enough counters there that you can look for synergies there. Or Painful Quandary, the 5 mana enchantment. When an opponent casts a spell, that player loses 5 life unless they discard a card. I do not like this card. It looks amazing on like a first glance. However, it doesn't do anything on your board state at all. If your opponent is already in advantage over you. You've just taken a turn off to do nothing, and they don't have to cast a spell. And if they just keep hold of lands and they don't need more lands, they can cast a spell and like discard the land to basically cast it with no penalty in a sense, right? I don't like this at all. If you're already ahead, this makes you more ahead, but this is like a win more card. This does not help you come from behind at all. So I do not like this card. I would not pick this up pack one, pick one at all. Duskmourn. I did like Duskmourn as well. Central Elevator. This is the room where on the far side, at the beginning of your upkeep, Surveil 1, you win the game if there are 8 or more different rooms among unlocked doors or rooms you control. In a limited set, probably not. However, if you're trying to force the room archetype, this is the card you want. And so if you're going to say, I'm seeing this pack one, pick one, I'm going rooms, which is the red-blue theme with probably splashing black, you can do it. But just note that it may not work out for you. But anyway, so that's the room. I probably would not pick it, but unless I was just trying to have fun, then I could force it and try to go down that road. Toby is an amazing card, 3 mana, 1/1, but it comes with a 4/4 token, and there's so many synergies of bouncing Toby or somehow getting Toby back and getting another token. And as long as you control 4 or more creature tokens you control have flying, which is great for a Mardu deck in Constructed. So probably we'll see that a lot in Constructed. But I would pick up Toby for pack one, pick one. Dissection Tools is a very good artifact. It's 5 mana, but you manifest Dread and attach it, so it becomes a 4/4 Death Touch like linker, basically. And to equip, you have to sack a creature, but it's the +2/+2 Death Touch lifelink is such a swing. It's just a really good card. I would definitely pick that one first because it goes in any deck, especially in the Duskmourn limited. Bloomburrow. 3 Tree City. Basically, you choose a creature type when it enters, and 2 mana, choose a color, add an amount of mana of that color equal to the number of creatures you control. So you want to have like all lizards, all mice, all bats, then you can actually have mana ramp. Very good in a certain deck. In limited, probably not. Pack one, pick one, no. If you have like a hard rabbit, hard mice, hard, bat deck that's got a lot of synergy, yes, later, totally do it, but not a pack one, pick one in limited. Now in Constructed, that's a whole nother ball game. Definitely Constructed, you can see play for that. Kitsa Otterball Elite. This is the 2 mana 1/3 with Vigilance Prowess. You can tap Kitsa to draw a card and discard a card, and then you can pay 2 and tap Kitsa to copy target instant or sorcery spell you control, and you may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only if Kitsa's powers 3 or greater. So good, not great. It can be really good, but you've got to get Kitsa's power to 3 or greater, which basically to do that by itself you have to cast 2 spells, and then you have to cast a 3rd spell, also paying 2 to copy it. That's like, in the best case, a 1 mana spell and a 1 mana spell. Now Kitsa's 3. Now you can pay the other spell, which maybe is a 3 mana spell, and you have to pay 2 more, so that makes it 5. So that's already 7 mana in almost a best case scenario. It's difficult to pull off in limited, the copy ability. Now, the draw a card, discard is great for filtering because it's got vigilance and prowess, so you can attack with it and then showcase, you may do prowess stuff, and then you can do the stuff later. So a good one, just not a bomb in limited. Just keep that in mind, but it is a good card. All right, last pack here. The Valley Quest Caller, the 2 mana 2/3, and whenever 1 or more other rabbits, bats, birds, and or mice you control enter, you scry, and then it's a lord for all of those, which is very good in limited. This was just amazing. Very frustrating to go up against because it just hits all these creature archetypes. But yeah, very good card. Definitely pick this up. Pack one, pick one. Okay, and that's all of our packs, and we now have 11 rares and 4 mythics to turn in with some more commons and uncommons. And also I do have 2 draft tokens, which is great, which I plan to use here in the near future. But I hope you enjoy the content. If you do, please like and subscribe, and we will come back with some more magic material here in the near future. Until then, everybody.